So we are back at Nelson County High School. This is day 2, so we were actually there last night for parent night where I spoke at. We're back today. We'll be speaking to their middle school as well as their high school. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an incredible morning. Really just inspiring the students, encouraging them, challenging them to be resilient, challenging them to be there for their friends, challenging them to work on themselves and love on themselves a little bit more throughout this school year. And then we got a cool surprise after that where we'll be actually going to a detention center that's out in Lynchburg, Virginia, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned, y'all.
You're doing fine and you're very strong. And I want to thank you for being bold enough to ask that question, because there's a lot of people who feel like you feel in this school who are afraid to ask that. But you were bold enough, so you actually helped a lot of people today, and not to still deal with depression. And the biggest thing I started to do, I started to speak to myself in positive ways. And then I also found out what were the things that made me depressed. Because what happens is we don't know what makes us depressed and we just stay there. So my challenge for you is for you to figure out what are those things that make me feel low, right? And when you figure those things out, now you can address them. And then once you figure out exactly what those things are that make you feel low, whether it's other people, whether it's family, whatever that may be, you can then pray about that thing.
Hey, I'm Michelle Goff, Assistant Principal at Nelson County High School. What a great presentation for our students today. All of our kids are in need, especially after the pandemic. We just did our first 9 weeks of school to start our school year. This motivational message will help any of our students overcome their obstacles and give a fresh start to the year.
I'm the principal at Nelson County High School. It was great to have Mr. Nate Evans Jr. come in and speak to our students this morning. The message was great. We think the students received the message very well, but a lot of our students are going through a lot of the things that he reflected on and shared his experiences on. So we're looking to have a positive impact on the rest of the school year going forward. We look forward to working with him in the near future. Thank you.
It breaks my heart a lot of the time that we have to go through the things we go through, that we've had to experience some of the things that we've experienced. A lot of stuff just isn't our fault, and that sucks. However, it's our responsibility if we want to feel better, if we want to love ourselves and be happy. We can't point the finger, we can't blame our parents, we can't blame our friends. It has to be an inside job. And here's the thing. We actually drove here, so I fly everywhere, but we drove here 6.5 hours so we can sit, so we can think, so we can pray, so we can focus on how we were going to pour into each and every one of you. And I don't leave my beautiful family for nobody. So if I had to come to a place, it's because I think that each and every one of you are extremely special, and I understand that. Even all of you back here. I want to let all of you know that I see you, I hear you, I love you. The people on the perimeter of this room, your advisors, your teachers, the principals, the administrators, they love you deeply, and I want you to hear me. Even though you may laugh about it, because laughter is also a form of trying to cope with your trauma, no matter what we believe about you, no matter how much we love you, it will not change your life. I can sit up here and talk till I'm blue in the face, y'all. I can. It will not change your life. What I believe about you won't change your life, but what you believe about you will. So my hope is that you leave this place better than you came in, and that you have a belief about yourself, that you are worthy of more and that you are loved. And hopefully you start loving yourself a little bit more and watch how things around you change.
Man, just finished up at Nelson County High School, where we spoke to both the middle school students and the high school students, and it was powerful, man. There was a powerful just move of God in the building, man. It was emotional, tears. I did a Q&A at the end, and one young lady actually, instead of asking a question, she just kind of proclaimed her faith about how she got out of the dark. You know what I mean? She talked about how Jesus saved her, you know what I mean? And I thought that was powerful for her to just share that in that kind of setting, man. It was encouraging. You know, I was able to connect with a lot of students, talk with some students, and just kind of hear their hearts, hear what they're going through, the situation they've been challenged with, and just share some encouragement and kind of just give them some good insights, you know what I mean? And now we're actually on our way, which I'm really excited about, to Lynchburg Detention Center. So I was able to get connected. Shout out to Mr. Reed for getting me connected with Lynchburg Detention Center, where we're going to go talk to about 15 to 25 young teens who are in this juvenile detention center who, you know, they've done some things, they may have made some mistakes, but I want to let them know that they're not forgotten. You know what I mean? I want to let them know that people love them. I want to let them know that they deserve to have someone come speak life to them, just like the high school students did. You know what I mean? I remember being young, and to be honest, the only thing that really separates me from them is that I made some terrible decisions when I was younger, but I just didn't get caught for it. You know what I mean? And I'm coming in to encourage them and inspire them and just love on them, man, because they desperately need it. It's the first time they're ever bringing in a speaker, which I'm really, really excited about, to be that first person to come and just bring value to them. And hopefully they continue to do it. They bring in other speakers to bring value to them. So we're heading there now. Unfortunately, we can't record or catch photos or nothing like that. I'm not even worried about none of that stuff. You know what I mean? More importantly than all of that, man, is just us coming in with pure motives and pure hearts and really doing the work that God has called us to do. So I'm excited, and I'm honored that they would even allow me to come into this space and come speak and present to them. So that's where we're heading now, man. Y'all continue to pray for us as we do this work, man, and you know, stay tapped in. All right, y'all, we just wrapped up at the Lynchburg Detention Center. We had the opportunity to talk to all of the young teens that are in there, man. What started out actually as an assembly, it ended up getting broken up into 2 different pods just because of the tensions in the room, man. And when that happened, while I thought it was going to be like kind of like a diversion and take away from what I wanted to share, it actually ended up being a blessing, man. We got to sit in there in the pods with these young men and just have real life conversation, man. Just letting them know that they're seen, they're loved, they're valued. But what was dope was to hear their stories, right? And not just hear their stories, but hear their mindsets right now, right? Realizing like, hey, I made some decisions, some of the mistakes that got me in this position, but I get to choose who I want to be moving forward, man. And they were just so appreciative of us coming to show love, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people have somewhat forgotten them, man. And for me, it was a blessing to just be in that space with them, just sitting around, kind of just circle and just talk, man, about life. You know what I mean? Not to tell them what to do, but to really just challenge how they think and how they see themselves, man, and how they love themselves moving forward. So this has been a blessing, and as much as it was transformative for them, it's been much more transformative for me. So we out. All right, y'all, so we are on the last stop of this Virginia speaking tour. We are actually at Randolph Henry High School, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, the drive up was real shaky. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I'm excited to be here, man. I'll be talking to the entire high school, just pouring value into them, reminding them to love on themselves, work on their self-awareness, their mental wellness, their resilience. I'm really, really excited and expectant of great things to happen throughout this presentation after. So we about to go in here, get locked in, get set up, and do what we do, is minister to the people. Transparent and honest with you all this morning. I don't want to try to impress you. I can come in here and talk about all of my accolades, the success, the money, the traveling. But what I realize is that when you're trying to impress people, you miss the opportunity to impact people. So while I'm up here, I'm going to share my challenges, my flaws, and the things that I've been through that led to me becoming the person I am today.
Hi, I'm Erin Davis, the principal at Randolph Henry High School. We were so excited to have Nate Evans here today. You know, he spoke to our kids in a way that was very real, in a way that really just connected with them. He shared his experiences, and our students opened up to him and the the questions that they asked and their attentiveness, it told me as a principal that he was just the right speaker for our kids. So we were really thankful he came to see us today, and we'd love to have him back again.
Go for it. And then I'll come to you.
I just want to say